I took a little piano when I was a young girl, but it was way too much work, too many chords, too much work. But later, I started hearing music in my head a lot, and I decided to teach myself to play the piano. So I found one note that I loved, F sharp major below C. And I played that note again and again and again. And I just listened. I kept the pedal down, the sustain pedal down, and listened to the overtones. And I just played that note till I heard the next note, and then the next note. And then eventually I would hear a melody. So I taught myself to play, and it wasn't just the notes, it was the space between notes. And it was a miracle to me. Not that I was going to be a composer, but I just loved the sound, and the sound between the notes, the space between, the silence. I like to call that I play silence, that it rises and my music rises and falls from that silence. So it always comes back to silence. So that is how I taught myself to play, and really a great experience of learning the piano. So I became slightly well-known when I was young, and life took me in another direction. And about 3 or 4 years ago, a young man from Numero Uno Records, Douglas McGowan, called and said, "I found you." And I said, "Oh, really?" And he said, "We've been looking for you. Do you know you're famous?" And I said, "Oh, well, no." And he said, "You're considered one of the pioneers of New Age and electronic music, because so much of my music was electronic as well, synthesizers." And he said, "We'd like to do an anthology of your work." And I said, "Sure," and I had boxes of tapes, and they were just about to go to dust. And he took them and he digitized them, thank goodness, and did an album, and the anthology called Hearing Music. And it got quite a bit of play, and here in Europe, and here I am. And I'm on to New York. So it's really a miracle. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to come back. I was very nervous at first. I gave a performance about a little while ago in San Diego, where I'm from, and it was very well received. So that gave me, of course, I invited all my friends. So it was encouraging to go forward. So I'm really excited. I'm very pleased to be here in Nantes at this wonderful concert, and I've been listening to the other people, and their reception to meditative music is really extraordinary. So I'm thrilled. My mother used to play Debussy, and I loved that. But really the music I love to play, and this sounds a little conceited, is my own, because I hear it all the time. I hear drones, I hear hums, I like to play off of that. So I'm going to do a little one today at Nantes, and we'll see how that goes on the synthesizer. So I'm looking forward to that.